made possible by our neighbors, by you guys, and a lot of other people who donated $1, $5, in some cases $20, and we're able to have this here because of the generosity of Barb and Maury DeMay, who found 2 square inches of their land here, just a perfect spot for it.
Oh, you took the lights off.
We
And
can't have a cord running through.
actually,
It will be solar powered.
we think that this is the first one in Rochester, but I did find one and visited it this morning in Brighton, off Monroe Avenue. And Linda just tells us that she discovered one in Penfield. So the website is really amazing because it gives you photographs of where all of them are, all over the United States and in some other countries as well. But the whole thing got started back in, oh my goodness, late May, I think, when I was browsing through an issue of AARP. None of us are old enough to get AARP, of course. But, and I discovered that they were started by a couple of guys in Wisconsin. And they were making one in their yard, and people came by, and they took a look at it, and they said, wow, that's kind of cool. What are you going to do with it? And they said, well, it's going to be a small library. And from that sprung a whole website with a template about how to build these on it. So I talked to some colleagues of mine on our neighborhood steering committee, and we tossed the idea back and forth. Then I was walking around the corner here, and I remember I was walking with Alicia, who goes to a lot of events at the Brighton Library. Alicia has that big white dog, you know. And so I showed it to her, and I said, I'm on my way to give a copy of the website to Maury and Barb. And they looked at it, and several weeks actually went by, and you were, you know, things got busy. And in the meantime, I made my way over to some very new neighbors of ours, the Wolves, the very first house in the neighborhood, because he teaches woodcraft at the School of American Craftsmen at RIT. And so I thought, well, you know, I need a backup if the DeMays forget about it or, you know, change their minds or whatnot. Well, Bill was really busy with a brand new baby, and his classes at RIT were going to begin because he teaches all year round, I guess. So I walked back, left the thought with him, and I walked back and I saw Richard Meisenthal, who's bought this property and fixing it up, as most of you know. But he's not a full-time resident yet. He lives part-time in Henrietta, and he doesn't really sleep here, but he's working on the house. So he said, well, gee, you could put it right over there near the one of the railroad ties. And I thought, well, that's a kind of cool place. But I really had my eye on this spot. And I didn't tell the DeMays that I was hoping they would be okay with this. And then we found out, several of us, that the woman who runs Highland Park Body Works, Megan Cameron, some of you know and take Pilates with her, she had heard of these. So we got together and she said, we're going to have Bill this. And I said, well, I don't know yet. And she said, well, my father is a carpenter. So we had our carpenter. And we contacted him, and he was so eager to get started making this thing that his pants were on fire. I don't know whether Noah's ever seen a phenomenon like that before. But anyway, he called me up and he said, can I come over and show you an idea I had? So he scribbled a design, and I said, well, that looks cool. Mm-hmm. At that point, anything looked cool. Mm-hmm. And so I said, well, we need to know how much the materials are going to cost. And he worked it up, and he said, anywhere from $85 to $90, I can have it done for you. So I thought, well, gee, if we had 20 neighbors at $5 a pop, we'd be home free. So I had a meeting at my house, and about 18 people showed up, a lot of you, and we passed an envelope around, and people put in 1s and 5s, and $50. No. There was a $1,000 bill in there,
Yeah,
so I'm going
well.
to Florida. And so we had way enough money, not only to cover the material, but to register the site with the national website. So when I did that, for registering it, they send us this little nicely made sign here, which is made by an Amish guy in Wisconsin, who is well known, I guess, to the two men who started it. So eventually, one of these photos that we're taking, that somebody's taking, will be on the, there's like a worldwide directory of where these are located. That's why I didn't know about the Pinfield one, because the only one listed to date is in Brighton, which took the wind out of my sails, because I thought we'd be the first one in Monroe County, but Brighton, well, you know. But we're the first one in the city. So, if Noah would get the gong ready.
You want to do it?
Deb, can
Okay,
you
go
just
ahead.
capture this to start? Do it again.
Oh, do it. Sorry, do it again. He's gonna Christian.
Wait. Someone else do this, please.
Yeah, come on. We
Someone
need
else
to.
do this.
Come on.
Someone else take
Gong,
this.
come on up here.
Oh. Someone else take this. Can you take
Fernando,
the photo?
take a picture, please. Okay.
I'm not
I just want one or
the
two of
one
mine.
to take the photo.
Oh, Maury, you should be in this.
Well, here I can take
Take
one.
one.
Abracadabra on behalf of the neighborhood. All right, Noah. All right. Very good.
Good job.
That's so
Very nice.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Look, no, it's either.